going on, Jerome's? So we've gone through the bulk of free agency, and the draft is rapidly approaching, but just wanted to take a second, like we did last week when there was a flurry of Vikings moves, and check out the Vikings depth chart as of right now. Who's starting, where's the depth, where are still needs, etc. So depth chart color coding, purple people eaters are returning players, incumbents. You have yellow guys as me, as well as free agent signings and new acquisitions, trades, etc. And then we got some cyan blocks in places that still could use a little bit of depth. Right. So for the Vikings, obviously all the Aaron Rodgers stuff is dead and gone. I just want him to sign somewhere so it's really dead and gone. But it was J.J. McCarthy is your quarterback one. I know that they're fond of Brett ripping ass, but do you see him as quarterback two? I don't know. But could they add a guy like Jumpin' Joe Flacco? Yes, especially after the comp pick window closes after the draft. 1 year, $6 million deal could make some sense. Running backs wise, you got Aaron Jones re-signed on a 2-year deal. Also brought in Jordan Mason in a very easy trade. Basically, Kwesi traded Ed Ingram for Jordan Mason, a 2026 6th-round pick, as well as extended him. So now you got your Butcher and the Boar. I don't know. Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift. Something like that. But you have a great running back duo. Mason, the short yardage power between the tackles type worker, great in outside zone. Aaron Jones is still one of the best receiving and pass blocking running backs in the game. It's going to be good. Ty Chandler in a contract year. Now, we've seen Ty Chandler has the physical tools, man. And it would be Mike Conley, let's go. Also, he's got the speed. He's had a 100-plus yard rushing game against Cincinnati a couple years ago, as well as just we need him to pass block. That's all. That's really it. Also got Xavier Scott in that mix. CJ Ham, all this talk, blah, 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 Kyle Juszczyk, blah, blah, blah. CJ Ham is the best fullback in the game. And I think that he should definitely stick around. Wide receivers, so it was a really, really good pickup of Rondale Moore. If he can stay healthy, he can be that true blue slot machine. 4.3 40, 4.2 40, somewhere in there. Super fast, 42.5-inch vert, like absolute physical freak at 5'7", but needs to stay healthy, needs to stay on the field. And I think that Arizona, obviously misuse him because they're Arizona, but also the whole thing about is that Rondale Moore just getting a chance here where he doesn't have to be the man. He was a second-round pick back in the day, high second-round pick. He was expected to be the guy, hasn't panned out, but now behind Jefferson, Addison, Jalen Speedy, Naylor too, it's going to be good to go. And we talked about how Naylor and Rondale can work in concert. Nas Reed. As Naylor, more of an outside speedster, Rondale Moore working from the slot, it's going to be good. And also, yes, repeating ad nauseum, Addison's probably facing a 3-game suspension in 2025 as his DUI case gets adjudicated. And even if, barring charges being completely dropped, the NFL is still going to impose suspension, even if there's a plea deal or a pre-court, pre-trial diversionary program. The Vikings receiver Jordan Addison is still going to get a 3-game suspension, is what it is. Thayer Thomas is back, spent all last year on the practice squad. He's great from the slot, good punt returner as well. Lucky Jackson, Deshaun Jones, the second-year receiver for Maryland, is in that mix. Tight end-wise, so Hockenson, Oliver, that's it. That's at. So the Vikings haven't addressed that yet, so it's obviously a place where the Vikings could look to refresh. But also, you look at the roster as a whole, like, there isn't any glaring weaknesses, other than some ancillary spots like backup quarterback as well as tight end 3, tight end 4. So the Vikings really have the beautiful option of going BPA with all 4 of their draft picks, the first, third, and, I guess it's 6 now. Yeah, 2 late draft picks. Also, they still have $30 million in cap space once the finalized contracts for Harrison Smith and company get registered. So Vikings have options. But Hockenson, Josh Oliver, Oliver's in a contract year. They're still a great 1-2 punch. Hockenson, another year removed from that ACL, should be good to go. Then we get to just zoom in and enhance on the trenches. I love what Kwesi's done here. And not only addition, but also addition by subtraction of getting rid of Bradbury and also somehow getting a draft pick for Ed Ingram. But left to right, if the Vikings played in a parking lot tomorrow, the offensive line would be Darrisaw, depending on the knee, Blake Brandel, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and Brian O'Neill. That is a damn good offensive line. And it's probably the best left-to-right Vikings offensive line we've had since, 2009? probably. Then you got Justin School as the new swing tackle. Walter Rouse, I think, is going to kick inside to guard, compete with Brandel. Jurgens for that other guard spot. Jurgens could be the center of the future after Ryan Kelly. Henry Bird, they like a lot. Trevor Reed, Marcellus Johnson, Leroy Watson, all that stuff. And then on the defensive side of the trenches, so Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, their contracts, they're going to be 3-down players. They're going to have to be. And Harrison Phillips still on the nose, and they're a little bit older on that side. So Hargrave, 32. Jonathan Allen just turned 30. Harrison Phillips getting up there too. So, I mean, you still definitely could add in the draft. It's a very good defensive tackle class. I think the Vikings could do that. But also, they got faith in Taki Taami on the nose. They love Jalen Redmond, brought him back, a former UFL star. Levi Drake Rodriguez, 7th-round pick last year at Texas A&M Commerce, definitely could be in that mix as well. I love that the defensive line finally has dudes who can get after things, right? And I respect what Tillery and Bullard did last year. Great against the run, but we need dudes who can put the quarterback on his ass. That's what we're going to get. Off-ball line or edge rushers first. So AVG, Grenard, Diamond Dallas Turner. It was great too. Their combined contracts are going to be less of what Danielle Hunter makes under his new deal this year, which is crazy. Also got Gabriel Murphy, Bo Richter in that mix, 2 UFAs last year out of UCLA and Air Force respectively. And Van Ginkel, Grenard, Pro Bowl starters last year, both had career highs. Grenard close to a career high in sacks. Van Ginkel basically doubled up on his career high. And Turner in year 2, putting in that work. He's definitely going to be getting after things. Hey, don't punch that wall. Yeah. Anyways, off-ball linebackers got Pace Jr. and Cashman. Now, the Vikings did have a hole as Kamagruje Hill, still a free agent, but brought back Eric Wilson. I think that's a solid one-for-one replacement. You do have Asama in a contract year, plus you got Max Tooley. It's Tool time as the third-team linebacker as well. And we do find ourselves in a lot of mock drafts picking up a guy like Kobe King, Stutzman as a backup linebacker in this spot too. And then you have the secondary. So Byron Murphy Jr., back on a huge contract. Isaiah Rodgers, I think, could be the value contractor of the year. I think that his trajectory is going to be great. Got Mekhi Blackman in that mix. Dwight Newton-McLaughlin, Jeff Okudah, Tavier Thomas as well. Murph and Thomas are going to be your 2 slot guys. Ambry Thomas, I think, does have some upside too. Then you got Reddy Stewart, Wright, and Halasi as well. So you got 10 corners in the room. Could the Vikings still go corner in the draft? Yes. I mean, certainly, because they're freed up to go true blue BPA, and there could be great corners at various stages of the draft that the Vikings may want to take a part of. It's going to be good. Safety-wise, so Harrison's back for another year. Theo Jackson was inked up to replace Beasley, who left for the Colts. Josh Metellus probably deserves a new contract. They brought in Bubba Bolden as well. Remember that the first day of free agency, it was like Bubba Bolden and Isaiah Rodgers, and people were so pissed. But that's what happens. They got Kerryon my Jayward son, who also could play a little bit of cornerback. Najee Thompson is going to be back. He's going to be a fantastic special teamer. The Holy Triumvirate, alkaline trio of specialists shaken. Will Reichard, Ryan Wright is out of back on a 1-year deal, but also very low guarantees. So could easily see a punting competition on the 90-man. The ageless wonder Andrew DePaula Bagels is back a long snapper. And then return men. Just got penciled in Rondale Moore, both kick and punt return. I think that he would be great. Please stay healthy. Just the ridiculousness, explosiveness that he has, it's good. Ty Chandler, they liked on kick returns last year, as well as Thayer Thomas. Thayer Thomas was a fantastic punt returner at NC State. Hopefully that'll carry over to the NFL as well. But overall, the Vikings can line up against anyone tomorrow and whoop some ass. And it doesn't matter if it's the Eagles, doesn't matter if it's the Chiefs or the Bills or the Lions or whoever. It could be the 95-96 Bulls. It could be ISIS. Vikings right now would take any team in the parking lot and whoop somebody's ass. It's going to be good. And plus, Kwesi addressing all these needs so you don't get in the draft having to come away with a certain position. I mean, once they sign a backup quarterback, get some tight end depth, they're going to be good to go. Do whatever the hell you want. This team is ready to rock and roll. But your thoughts are thoughts. Take a look at the Vikings depth chart after coming up on 2 weeks free agency. Yeah. Let us know. 1 week. I'm an idiot. You guys are the best. You know what to do. So, subscribe, Venmo, Skull, production value.